everyone, it's Serena. 안녕하세요. Welcome back to Fantastic Korean Dishes, where we cook up simple and delicious Korean meals. Now today we're going to be making a Korean-style spicy octopus stir-fry, also known as Nakji Bokkeum. A lot of Korean people believe that you can release your stress by eating something spicy. So if you're feeling a little bit stressed out or you're just craving something very fiery and spicy, this is the dish to go for. So if you're ready, let's start cooking. Okay, for this recipe, you're going to need 3 nakji. That's what we call it here in Korea. You can call it a small, some people call it a small octopus. Some people call it a long-legged octopus because they have really long legs, basically. So we're going to prep these before we start cooking them. So first, we are going to remove some of the things that we can't really eat. So inside the head, what you're going to do is I like to put my thumbs in and just make a nice opening and flip it inside out. You've got to be careful, sometimes it squirts. Okay, and when you flip it inside out, okay, it has a lot of other intestines and basically the guts of the octopus, and that you want to peel off. Okay, now this may take a little bit of time. You don't have to be too careful. You do have to be somewhat firm and use a little bit of strength to peel it all off. Okay, there. Next, if you flip the legs down, you'll see something right in the middle, and that is the mouth. And we're going to remove that completely. So I like to use one thumb pushing from the back, and then using my other hand, I'm just going to squeeze it out. Okay, and you'll see that the entire thing comes out just like that. This is really hard. It has the teeth in it too. Okay, so this one's done. Go on to the next one. Same thing. And we're going to do that to all 3 of them. So many people will tell you different ways to prep and clean the squid or octopus, but this is one of my favorite ways because it's just very simple. Online I've seen even like people washing it with flour, but what you need is just one of these sort of strainers, metal strainers, and what you're going to do is just quickly, like this, move the octopus around like this, you know, as if you're kind of like washing hair. And when you do this, there's going to be a lot of foam that comes out of the octopus. And when you feel the octopus, it's very slimy and slippery. So what you want is to kind of get rid of a little bit of that. And when you do that, you'll see at the bottom of your strainer, there's going to be all this foam here. Okay, so we're going to rinse that, and we're going to do that about 2 more times. And if you feel the octopus with your fingers, you'll feel that it's not really slimy. In fact, it feels kind of like squeaky clean, right? Okay, so this is all good. Let's cut up our octopus now. So since we're going to be cutting up the octopus and some vegetables, I'm just going to be using a separate cutting board. So this one's going to be for our octopus. So we're going to cut everything now. What we're going to do is lay it down flat. Okay, using a knife, we're going to cut the top part right above the eyes, and then we're going to chop the head in thirds lengthwise, and then you're going to slice below the eyes, and you can just remove that. And then we're going to cut the leg part in about maybe like pinky length sizes, so maybe about 4 to 5 centimeters in length. And then when you get to the very top, which is what's holding all the legs together, and then you're going to put it flat onto your cutting board. I'm going to cut it once in half. And there aren't any strict rules for cutting the octopus as long as you cut them down into nice bite-sized pieces. There are really only two vegetables that go into this recipe, and that is Asian leek and onions. So we're gonna need one entire Asian leek. I've cut it in half, and I'm gonna just chop them up. I'm gonna slice them thinly on a diagonal so we get lengthier pieces, but we want them nice and thin. And Asian leek and onions go so well with this recipe. It is so delicious. And next you're gonna need a quarter of an onion, and we're gonna slice it thinly and just in similar thickness as the Asian leek. And then after we make our Nakji Bokkeum today and eat it all, we'll eat most of it, we're gonna actually be making a fried rice, and this is like my favorite part. And we're gonna cut up some minari, also known as water celery or water parsley, and we're just gonna chop it up nice and fine, and we're gonna put this in our fried rice later. So this doesn't really count as one of the vegetables, but this is for our recipe for our fried rice later. Now we are going to create our spicy, fiery, slightly sweet marinade for this Nakji Bokkeum. And of course our star ingredient is gochujang. We're gonna get 2 tablespoons, and I like to use a little rubber spatula just to get it right off the spoon. Otherwise you end up wasting a lot of the gochujang. Next, you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and then 2 tablespoons of vegetable umami. Next, you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of red pepper flakes. These can easily be found in your Korean supermarket. Next, you want 3 tablespoons of sugar or a sweetener of your choice. 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil, and then we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic and 1 teaspoon of minced ginger, and then 1/3 of a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then we're going to add a little bit of water. This is 50 milliliters of water, and using my spatula I'm going to mix everything together, making sure I really dissolve that red pepper paste as well as the sugar. Okay, and let's have a taste. It's perfect. Spicy, a little bit sweet, and in fact, if you keep this in the fridge for about 2 days, it's actually gonna taste even better. But today we're just gonna make it fresh. So I'm gonna turn on my pan to high heat. I'm going to drizzle in some oil, maybe about 1.5 tablespoons. I'm going to let that heat up. We're going to put in the octopus, and you got to move fast as soon as you do that. Okay, and then you're going to transfer it to a strainer. We just did that for a few seconds. You don't want to do that for too long. Okay, and then just using a paper towel, I'm just gonna clean the pan a little bit. I'm gonna drizzle on a little bit of oil, and we're gonna put in our Asian leek and onions. And we're gonna stir fry this for just a few minutes, and we're gonna fry it on high heat. Because it's on high heat, you wanna make sure that you keep on moving them, otherwise they're gonna burn. And once your onions start to turn a little bit translucent, that's when you know it's ready. We're gonna put in our delicious marinade. And stir everything together. Okay. And next we're gonna put in our octopus. And we're not gonna cook it for very long. Maybe 1 to 2 minutes. Oh, that's spicy. Just make sure the sauce is mixed in well. Yeah, 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, and we are done. And we're just gonna plate it. That looks amazing. Look at that. That looks incredible. And we're gonna sprinkle some toasted sesame seeds on top. And there you have it. So easy. Okay, I am so excited to try this out. This smells incredible. It looks so good. Okay, Let's try a piece of octopus with some Asian leek and onions. Try to get everything in one mouthful. Mmm. Mmm. Wow, that is so good. So yummy, so tasty, so savory, so spicy too. Mmm. It'll definitely satisfy anyone's craving for something spicy. So in Korean culture, a lot of times after you finish a meal, they will serve you some rice or make you fried rice using the leftover sauce. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Remember, we cut up the water celery, the water parsley. That's what we're gonna use. So come on, let's make it. I'm gonna put the sauce straight into the pan. And then I'm gonna put in our rice. Here we have 1 serving. And our water celery or water parsley. Okay, so we're frying everything together, and once you see that the sauce has really gotten into all of the rice, we're going to add in our kim, or our dried seaweed. And then using my spatula, we're going to sort of flatten everything down on the pan and try to cover the entire surface of the pan. And what that's going to do is create a different type of texture. You're going to have a nice crispy bottom, okay? And then we're going to sprinkle some toasted sesame seeds on top, and you're just going to serve it like this while it's sizzling. It looks so good. Okay, come on, let's go. Now, the Nakji Bokkeum was really good, but I have to say this is probably my favorite part. So let's give it a try. Just scoop it up with my spoon. And you can feel that it's nice and crispy at the bottom. Oh my goodness. This looks so flavorful. So flavorful. And you can see the steam. It's really hot right now because it's straight off the pan. Mmm. So good. Wow. That is just like a spoonful of flavor. So delicious, so spicy, and also so comforting because it's got that rice. So definitely give this a try at home. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back more with some more fantastic Korean dishes. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye!